Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Toyota Field. Josh Carey joined alongside Chris Harris, and back in Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams. We're actually going to start Game 2 a little earlier than advertised. We're going to start at 6:10 after Rocket City won the resumption of a suspended game just 45 minutes ago by the final score of 4-1. At this time, we also want to welcome those of you who are watching on 31.6 Way More Television. And just now walking in from the bullpen is Rocket City starting pitcher Nate Snead. So it'll be a couple of minutes before we get this one started. Here's the starting lineup for the Biscuits, who are now 32-31 on the season. And no kidding, losing that rain resumptive game hurts them. They are now a full game back in the Southern League standings after losing by the final of 4-1, as they are one game behind Biloxi, who was just rained out. They're also tied with Pensacola. Emilian Petrie will lead things off. He'll be the designated hitter, followed by Braden Taylor. He will bat second and play third. Hader Aranamo will be in the 3 position. He's over at second base. The cleanup hitter will be the first baseman, Xavier Isaac. Will Simpson bats 5th and plays right. Matt Horvath in the 6th spot. He's out in center field. Doing the catching, hitting 7th is Kenny Piper. Ryan Spikes will bat 8th and play left field. And hitting 9th is the shortstop, Gregory Barrios. The defense for the Trash Pandas, left to right, it will go Skull, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Flint. Third to first, Fontanelle, McCroskey, Nick Rodriguez, and Bartolero. Behind the plate will be DeRazio, and on the hill again, Nate Snead. 1-2, a 6.08 ERA. He'll try to pick up another win. He actually got his first win as a Trash Panda last week in a game where he went 5 1/3 innings, allowed 2 earned runs on 4 hits, did walk 4, but he also struck out 3, all part of a 7-2 win. This is actually his second time that he's going to face Montgomery. He faced the Biscuits down in the capital city a couple of weeks ago in what was his Trash Pandas debut, and lost by the final of 4-2. Your umpires here for what is really the opening game of this series between these two teams. Chad Patterson will call the balls and strikes. He's going to be the crew chief. Over at first is Chase Eubanks, and your third base umpire is Pedro Torres. Uniform check. Montgomery will wear the powder blue tops here for their second game after wearing the navy blue in the first game. They'll have gray breeches. The yellow, or in yellow across the front in cursive lettering, it says Biscuits with a capital B, lowercase everything else with a line under it, and navy blue trim. Large yellow numeral on the back with navy blue trim, and they also have the all navy blue cap with the, or powder blue cap with the navy blue bill and the yellow italicized capital letter M in the middle, with the Biscuit waving high behind it. There'll be no national anthem here for Game 2. We already had one before the resumption of the first game. Rocket City will be in white tops, white bottoms. It says Trash Pandas in black cursive lettering with red trim. They also have a powder blue numeral on the left hip with red trim, large powder blue numeral on the back with red trim, and the powder blue cap with the black bill and sprocket shooting through the trash can in the middle. While we have a moment, again, fans, Rocket City, they won their most previous home game before today. That was a couple of Saturdays ago against Columbus. And when the Trash Pandas win at home, that's brought to you by Twice Daily. Twice Daily Rewards members get a $1 slice off of pizza the next day. Limit 1 per loyalty account as Snead continues to go through his warm-up pitches. Also, we never got to play that Sunday game against Columbus. However, the team feed is brought to you by City Cafe Diner. City Cafe Diner, no one leaves hungry.
One thing I want to mention, Josh, of course, that last game we played where Rocket City wins it 4-1, the suspended game from May 31st, it completes the month of May. That gives Rocket City a 16-11 record in May. The 16 wins, the most wins in the month of May in club history, second most wins in a single month in Trash Pandas history.
Wow.
So that was a great month. That really got Rocket City. They finished April extremely strong, and then a great month of May, and that kind of just puts a cap on the month of May with that victory.
And also, just as we enter play today, with the win, Rocket City now moves a half game closer to both Knoxville and Chattanooga. Trash Pandas have to needle the thread, if you will, if they are hoping to win the first half division title. But with that win, they're now only a half game behind Chattanooga for second place and 2.5 behind Knoxville for first. So if they can leapfrog Chattanooga tonight, Rocket City can sit dead red on the Smokies and, who knows, maybe pull off a miracle. First pitch of this game is underway as the fastball misses outside. It's 1-0, and first pitch is right on time at 6:10. as we play under overcast skies. And the temperature is 80 degrees as the next pitch is another fastball, a strike by Sneed. It will go to 1-1. So this is Emilian Petrie. First time we've called his name. We did not see him in the capital city. As the 1-1 slider going to whiff outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Petrie, 286, no homers or RBI. Here's the windup and the offering. Swung on and belted deep into right field. Going back is Flint at the track, at the wall, and that one is out of here. A solo home run over the right center field wall by Emilian Petrie. His first homer and his first RBI at the Double-A level. And the Biscuits, just like that, take a 1-0 lead.
Well, we've seen a couple of leadoff home runs this year, and well, I tell you what, Mr. Petrie certainly introducing himself to the Biscuits, to Double-A, and to the Trash Pandas in a big way.
Out of Canada, second round selection back in 2024, so he's going to be one to watch this entire week. Here is Braden Taylor, and he takes the first pitch down and in. It's 1-0 for Sneed. Well, which Nate Sneed are we going to see? There have been times he's struggled this year, other times he has been right on the money. Another high round pick here by the Angels as a slider is called a strike. It will even at 1-1. Sneed, 5-pitch pitcher, fastball, curve, slider, change, and a cutter. As playing in at third is Fontenelle. He's also off the line, the 1-1. And another off-speed pitch will miss high and away. It'll go to 2-1 on Taylor, who's at 253 with 10 home runs and 30 driven in. He whipped up on Rocket City last month. Next pitch, swung on, popped up a mile in the air, back behind home plate as giving a look is DeRazio. That'll land in the seats.
Ooh.
Count at 2-2, and let's make sure everyone's okay.
Somebody's lap.
Everyone's smiling down there, having a good time, though, as the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is a right-on-left matchup as the next offering. Down and in, missed with another slider. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor, like I mentioned, he's faced Montgomery once before, and in that game he went 3 2/3 innings as the next pitch is swung, broken bat roller. That's off the first base bag. He didn't run. That's a fair ball, and taking it to the bag in plenty of time will be Bartolero. Taylor thought that one was going to kick to the right. It did not. In fact, I think it may have clipped the bag, but Bartolero was up to the task.
See a replay here. Yeah, it did. And thankfully, it was a friendly kick for Bartolero, as you could have seen that thing maybe kick to the left or the right, but nice easy bounce. And Bartolero, we've seen him play first base a few times, and
this isn't good. Chase Galloway, the Trash Panda assistant trainer, along with manager Joe Cruzo, are going to go out there and have a look at Sneed. I didn't see him grapple with anything when that last pitch was thrown, or grab at anything.
This is one of the top young prospects in this Los Angeles Angels organization, so you have a lot of stock invested. Number 14 prospect, according to MLB Pipeline.
And it looks like he'll stay in the ball game.
And he said he didn't want any warm-up pitches either.
So 1 gone, and who knows, if we can get a replay, maybe we'll see him, what it was he was favoring. Here's a look at the replay. He sauntered over to first base, which is what you're supposed to do when a ball is hit to first, but he didn't grab at anything. As the next pitch is a swing and a miss. Beautiful slider. Well out in front is Arenamo.
It's kind of awkward how he came off the mound going towards first base, but better be safe than sorry.
Here's the 0-1, a swing and a miss. I said 0-2. That's an 0-1 pitch, a fastball cut through and missed. Now it's 0-2. Arenamo, 231, 8 homers, 27 driven in. As quickly ahead in the count is Sneed, and he will step off the rubber. Right on right matchup. Here's the windup, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider high and tight. Arenamo comes up empty. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Sneed. Out number 2 in the first inning for Xavier Isaac, 226, with 12 home runs and 32 batted in.
Yeah, just a nice pitch. He kind of left it up in the zone that time, but he's got so much late spin on it. You're going to miss a lot of bats with that pitch.
Right on left as Isaac will go after the first pitch, sail it foul off to the left. It's 0-1. Fans, walk-ons fed the Trash Pandas front office earlier today. Walk-On Sports Bistro's mission is to bring people together over great food, sports, and a sense of belonging while bringing game day energy and passion to everything they do. Next pitch will miss low. Going to even at a ball and a strike on Isaac. Well off the line at third is Fontenelle, working quickly as Sneed as he is wont to do. And the next pitch is cut through a miss, through him a slider. It'll go to 1-2, and right now that slider really working for Sneed. He'll look to finish the inning as Isaac takes a step out of the box. Left-handed hitter ready to go. Sneed rears back. The 1-2 swung and rolled softly to first. Toward the line of field it is Bartolero. He'll run to the bag in time. 3 unassisted, and after the leadoff homer by Petrie, it is Sneed who settles down and limits the Biscuits to 1 run. It's earned on that one hit, the home run by Petrie. No errors, no one left. End of half an inning. It is Montgomery 1, Rocket City coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Bottom of the first inning, Montgomery with 1 in the top half. Now the Trash Pandas head to the plate with a record of 32-30. Right on left matchup, the first pitch to Nick Rodriguez is looped out into center field, but charging in to make the Bill High catch is Horvath. That'll be out number 1. Rodriguez hit the daylights out of the ball, but out. The 265 hitter lines to center, 1 away for Rowdy Rodriguez. 286, 8 homers, and 31 driven in. So Nick leads it off, plays second. Rowdy hits second, plays center. Tucker Flint in the 3 position out in right. Cole Fontenelle will back cleanup. He had the go-ahead single in the resumed game. Go back cleanup and play third as the first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Caleb Bartolero will bat 5th and play first. Anthony Skull in the 6th position out in left. It'll be J.J. DeRazio batting 7th doing the catching. Elijah Dunham hits 8th. He'll be the designated hitter. Mac McCroskey will bat 9th and play second as the next pitch is roped into right field for a base hit. Rowdy Rodriguez with his first hit of the day. He also hit a line drive for an out during the resumed game into center field that was caught, but that time he's able to get one to sink down for a hit. 1 on with 1 out. Here's Flint. Tucker, 248, 6 dingers, and 34 RBI. He scored the game-winning run in the first game today. By the way, Bartolero is batting 5th and playing first. The defense for Montgomery, left to right, Spikes, Horvath, and Simpson. Right on left as Flint is ready. Runner goes from first. Pitch is a strike. Throw down to second. That one is in time. What a great throw. It tailed well to the right of second base, but a bad jump by Rodriguez. Moving to the first base side of second to field, it was Barrios, and he slapped the tag on Rodriguez trying to slide in. That'll be a caught stealing that goes 2-6. And just like that, 2 outs in the first inning and the count 0-1 on Flint, who took a strike. Third to first, Taylor, Barrios, Arenamo, and Isaac. Behind the plate, Piper, and on the hill, TJ Nichols, who's had a rough go of it. Right on left, next off-range. Swung on, a little flare into right field, but moving to his right is Simpson. He'll make the catch as way off balance on that off-speed pitch was Tucker. He flies out to right, and despite Nichols' troubles on the year, 0-2 and 8.36 ERA, he gets Rocket City in order despite the hit by Rowdy Rodriguez here in the first. No runs, one hit, no errors, no one left. At the end of 1-0 Biscuits. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Biscuits leading at 1-0 and 2 up for Montgomery. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Simpson, Horvath, and Piper against Nate Snead. Right on right matchup. First pitch is a swing and a pop-up into shallow center field. Drifting in is Rowdy Rodriguez. He'll camp under it and put it away for out number 1 as Simpson flies to center. 1 out for Mac Horvath, 250 with 5 homers and 21 RBI. Fans, MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcasts of every game, game day 3D, big inning, and minor league action as well. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. The first pitch is a fastball. Called a strike. It's 0-1. Snead out of the South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a supplemental third-round pick in 2025. Next pitch, there's a strike. Another slide piece. It goes to 0-2. He got a little bit of media attention over the weekend while in Chattanooga, former Tennessee Volunteer. Here's the 0-2. Outside with another slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Like I said, he faced this Montgomery team back on the 28th of May. Went 3 2/3 innings as the fastball will miss high. 2 balls and 2 strikes, allowed 3 earned runs on 5 hits. Didn't strike anyone out. That was a little concerning. That was game 2 of a doubleheader. And again, it was his Double-A debut, but since then he has bounced back nicely. He, in fact, has struck out 9 over his previous 2 outings and 1 here tonight. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Took something off, down and away. Over the top goes Horvath. That was a slider. Strikeout number 2 for Snead. Out number 2 in the Northrop Grumman second for Kenny Piper.
Going back to that slider, Josh, that's really his best pitch. 88 miles an hour, a very high spin rate, and that's going to be one of his bread and butter pitches outside of the fastball.
Right on right. First pitch swung, hit foul straight back, and now the stayed 0-1. What's so odd about you saying that, MLB.com, they rank the pitches, like they rate them, I should say, and it's on a scale of 40 to 80, 80 being the best. Next pitch is a slider called a strike. It'll go to 1-1. They rate his slider at only a 45. They rate his fastball at a 60. And in the middle, fastball swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. His curveball's at a 55. I don't think we've seen a lot of the curve. Piper swings and misses for strike 3. Snead strikes out 2 of the 3 men he faces. And that was, again, a slider. So apparently the slider's a little better than we think. 1, 2, 3 go the Biscuits in the second. We'll move to the bottom half. 1-0 Montgomery. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. First pitch to Fontenelle is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 against TJ Nichols, who I mentioned very briefly in the bottom of the first inning. Really struggles, or has really struggled this season. It's 0-1. Next offering, there's a fastball for a strike. It will go to 0-2, but despite the single, he got a caught stealing and a couple of flyouts. 0-2 on the year, an 8.36 ERA. Out of Carmichael, California, the 0-2. Swung and lofted foul down the left side. Staying at no balls and 2 strikes. 6'5", $195. He pitched against Rocket City on the 28th when 4 scoreless, allowed 2 hits and struck out 5. So he's got Rocket City's number. 0-2, a swing and a miss. Slider down and in. Fontenelle waves at it, and that'll be strikeout number 1.
Well, Josh, I'll mention this real quick.
Actually, let me do this quickly, Chris. Fans, download the Trash Pandas Rewards app where you can become a member to earn points throughout the season for exclusive prizes. Scan the QR code and download the app and sign up now. Go ahead, sir.
No. Nichols, you mentioned, has our number. Only 1 hit against him. That was by Mac McCroskey, and that's the only hit up and down this Trash Panda lineup against him.
Pitch swung on and missed by Bartolero. It's 0-1 on Caleb, who between high A and double A this year is hitting .297. Fastball is just off the plate. It goes to 1-1, 6 homers, 15 RBI. He had a 2-run shot against Chattanooga last week, former Troy Trojan. Here's the 1-1. Down and away with a slider. 2 balls and strikes. Speaking of Troy, they fell to West Virginia in the College World Series early today, but their season's over. Still a wonderful year by those guys out of the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1. There's a strike. 4-seam fastball low in the zone. Going to even at 2-2. Nichols, 6th-round draft choice in 2023, signed for just a shade over $300K. Played 3 years for the Arizona Wildcats as well. The right-hander rocks back. Here's the 2-2. Swung and a little flare shot behind us and off the roof of Toyota Field on the foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This guy, he's not that far away from being back on track. It was just last year he was named the Rays MILB Pitcher of the Year, and that's saying something coming from that farm system. Here's the 2-2. High and away with the fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. While with the Biscuits, he was 2-0 with 13 scoreless innings over his first 2 AA starts. Next pitch. Swung on and lifted into center field. Moving to his left, the center fielder Horvath. He'll circle under it and make the squeeze for out number 2. So Bartolero flies out to center. Here's Anthony Skull, 067, no homers, and 1 RBI.
This is the first time fans here inside Toyota Field getting a chance to see Bartolero and Skull. And Skull had a rough first series in AA, but as we talked with Phil Plantier, the hitting instructor over the minor leagues for the Angels, he really likes this young man.
Right on left, open stance, and Anthony takes a fastball low, 1-0. He says one of the biggest problems with Anthony, he's just too hard on himself.
Yep.
He's got to stop doing that. You're going to have your struggles in this game, and right now he's fighting it a bit. 1-0. Swung on and lofted foul off to the left by Skull. Going to even at a ball and a strike.
He was sort of dead set on pulling everything, and he's, you wouldn't say spraying the ball over the field now, but he has a much better approach of going up the middle of the field.
The left-handed hitter digs back in. The 1-1. Swung and bounced foul past first. At 1 ball and 2 strikes. Out of Cuba. As that ball hits off the sidewall, and the right fielder Simpson will have to jog over and go pick it up. Signed as an international free agent with the Angels in 2021. Still only 22 years old. As Simpson jogs back to his position, Nichols will try to end the inning.
And that pedigree is dad, a 19-year Cuban Major League star, Antonio Skull.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on, hit hard, but right at the first baseman, Isaac, on a hop. The big fellow will run to the bag in time, 3 unassisted, and Rocket City goes quietly 1-2-3 in the Northrop Grumman second inning. We'll move to the third, rather. Montgomery leads at 1-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Rewards members get a $1 slice off of pizza tomorrow. Limit 1 per loyalty account. Due up for the Biscuits, the 8-9-1 hitters, Spikes, Barrios, and Petrie. And the first pitch is roped foul down the left side. That'll land at the picnic patio. 0-1 on Spikes, 235, 4 home runs, and 16 driven in.
One thing, Josh, to notice after this pitch.
Next offering, swung and bounced at third. On a knee, fielding it toward the line is Fontenelle. He flips over to first in time, and Spikes is out number 1 in the third.
You'll notice, I don't know if we can get a camera on it or not, but the left field bullpen is in use for the first time this year. The new building out there, the visiting clubhouse. The visitors are not in there yet, but the bullpen is there. They can go inside out there, and now the bullpens finally are separated.
First pitch, a fastball down and away. 1-0. Actually, this is one of the few times where you can legitimately say that the visiting team has a better setup than the home team.
Yeah.
1-0. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-1. Rocket City still under that little, what do they call that? Just the canopy tent.
Yeah, fold-up tent.
Next pitch is swung and followed the screen. 1-2, but hopefully that'll change soon. I have a theory on this, and I haven't asked our general manager, Garrett Fairman. I think they don't want anyone in that clubhouse this week because if the Biscuits win, if they wind up winning the division, they don't want them tearing that place up.
I don't think that's necessarily the reason, though.
The look in. Sneed will step off the rubber. He and Durazio are not on the same page. There's a look at that visiting clubhouse.
Yeah, and I believe fans are now able to go the 360 around. Of course, the top of it's not open yet, but fans are now once again able to go around the stadium the full 360 once again. But it's a great project. It'll be great when the visitors can move in there, and hopefully the beginning of some great projects over there in left field.
Well played umpire Chad Patterson out there to break things up. Fans Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. On a service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. Barrios, 243, a homer, and 21 driven in as the next pitch. Oh, wow. That was close.
It was a strike.
Yeah, it was a strike on the lower outside corner. And the home plate umpire Patterson getting a near full from the Rocket City dugout. 2-2. Swung, slapped to the right side of the infield, to his left of field. Nick Rodriguez fires first in time, so it took an extra pitch, but Sneed gets the first 2 outs in the third inning. Back to the top of the order in Emilian Petrie.
What do you know, another slider, Josh, another ground ball, and you know what, he's racking up the ground ball outs. That's already 4 to go along with his 3 strikeouts.
I gotta tell you, I can't believe his slider is rated as lowly as it is by MLB.com. That looks like pretty good stuff he's offering, as the first pitch is a slider for a strike, 0-1. Petrie, the lone offensive threat so far in this one, a solo homer to lead off the ball game in the first inning. Next pitch is high and away. 1-1. He hit it against Sneed, and that's why the Biscuits are up a run. Right on left, next offering, swung, rolled gently to second. Easy play for Rodriguez, moving to his left, fires on to first, and 1, 2, 3 go the Biscuits in the top of the third inning. We'll head to the bottom half. Still 1-0 Biscuits. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Biscuits leading Rocket City. Trash Panda fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Valley Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time enhanced stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV. And the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Valley Sports Live today. First pitch is a strike to J.J. DeRazio. It's 0-1. J.J. 223 homers and 13 driven in. Next pitch is a slider down and away by T.J. Nichols. Count squares away at a ball and a strike. Actually, that was the changeup. First time we've seen that today. Nichols with the 1-1. Fastball, there's a strike. 1-2 on the right-handed hitter. So far, Nichols has looked really good. He's allowed a single, but he's also struck out one while facing the minimum. By the way, coming up next half inning, we'll have a representative from the Attain at Bradford Creek join us there. Our sponsors this evening, as the fastball is a little flare into center field, that'll get down for a hit. Getting on top of that high pitch and tomahawking it into shallow center was DeRazio. His first hit of the game, hit number 2 for Rocket City, and the tying run at first with no one out for Elijah Dunham.
JJ only had 2 hits in that series last week in Chattanooga, but the 2 hits, a double and a home run. He drove in 2, so if he can stay in that 230, 250 range and bring in some runs, that's an effective catcher in your lineup.
Here's Dunham now, the donut man I learned today. Right on left. Open stance for him. Pitch to Elijah. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Elijah, he's going to be my next guest on the Josh Carey Show podcast. Award-winning Josh Carey Show podcast, I might add. Elijah, during the pandemic, I didn't realize this, his father had created one of the first franchises of Parlor Donuts. And by the way, there are a couple of Madison locations. Parlor Donuts. Pitch is swung and fouled to the screen. 0-2, but their franchise is down in Texas. Anyway, he worked there during the pandemic and when he was out with his Achilles injury last season as well.
Good boy. That Ghost?
I believe it is, as Dunham with an open stance. Next offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So coming up empty is Dunham. That is strikeout number 2. Fans, in celebration of the World Cup, we have soccer night this Thursday. The first 1,000 kids will receive a Trash Panda soccer jersey, courtesy of Huntsville Compounding Pharmacy. Right on right as McCroskey ready to go. Leading at first is DeRazio. First pitch to Mack, here it is. Fastball swung and fouled straight back to the screen. Count at 0-1. You've been watching the World Cup at all?
I have.
I saw a little bit of the U.S.'s win over Paraguay on Friday. That's been about it. Mack, 216, 3 homers for him, and 13 RBI as well. Here's the set. The 0-1. Fastball that just missed low. Getting even at a ball and a strike as the wind drifts out toward right.
Argentina takes to the pitch for the first time against Algeria tonight. Lionel Messi and company.
The 1-1 on the way. Swung on, ripped into left center field, tailing away. That's going to split the gap and go to the wall. Around second, headed to third, DeRazio. He's at third. They're going to hold him and into second with a double. Oh, big turn at third, and now going back to the bag is DeRazio. I'll tell you what, if Isaac, the middle infielder, cuts that ball and fires to third, DeRazio is dead meat. But once again, Matt McCroskey, he cannot be contained. A solid double to left center, DeRazio to third, and they're at second and third with one away for Nick Rodriguez.
That was 107 off the bat, and telling you with Mac, he's been on base now in 13 of his last 15 games. The average, still down there in the low 200s, but he's hitting the ball hard, making solid contact, making better decisions during his plate appearances too.
Here's Nick Rodriguez. They'll leave the infield back except at third. Taylor even with the bag and off the line, right against left against Rodriguez. And Nick takes the pitch away, 1-0. By the way, wise move by Joe Cruz will hold up DeRazio. 1, JJ doesn't run that well, but number 2, got one of your better hitters at the plate here in Rodriguez. line to center to lead off the first inning. Right against left. 1-0 pitch. Fastball down and in. 2-0 on the left-handed hitter. He's got a little bit of room to the opposite field if he can poke it that way. Nichols from the belt. Here's the 2-0. Swung, rolled to second. That'll score a run. Up with it, Arenamo goes on to first in time. Once again, Rocket City does the little things. RBI ground out by Nick Rodriguez, his 27th ribby of the season. In from third is J.J. DeRazio. Second to third, Mac McCroskey, and we're tied up at 1.
That right there, Josh, makes Joe Krusel, I think, more excited, more happy than a 3-run home run. He loves situational type hitting. Put the ball in play, get him over, get him in. He says that's trash panda baseball.
That was something they really struggled with last season. Right on right here is Rowdy Rodriguez with the go-ahead run at third, and the first pitch is a fastball inside. 1-0, and it's amazing when you do just little things like that, they add up, and you wind up getting yourself maybe 4 or 5 extra wins by doing things like that. Very mature team this season, as the next pitch is a strike. That's a slider on the lower inside corner. It's 1-1. And what's neat about it is, and obviously Nick's new to the team, but a lot of guys who were here last year, you can see the changes they've made, like a Mac McCroskey. Now they've grown in their game. Right on right, the 1-1. Fastball, there's a strike. Going to go to 1-2 and a chance for Nichols to wrap up the third inning. There's a look at Mac. Rowdy will take a moment here before he stands back in. 1-1 as we play the bottom of the third inning. Open stance for Rodriguez from the belt. Here's the 1-2. Just missed the outside corner. It was off the plate, but it was close. A slider that time. A couple of folks on the infield for Montgomery took 2 or 3 steps to their dugout.
Yeah, they did.
Shaded toward right center is the center fielder, Horvath. The 2-2. Swung, hit foul to the screen. Good cut again by Rowdy. It will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rowdy singled his first time up, then was thrown out trying to steal.
I like Rowdy. I mean, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, Josh, but he's seen everything from Nichols so far. He's got to be feeling a little bit confident.
Here's the set. 2-2. Swung, popped up our way, and will land short, Chris. Don't worry. Good almighty. See, Chris tried to get up and make a play.
Yeah, sorry about that.
2 things here. It was about 40 feet to our left.
No, it wasn't 40 feet, maybe like 10.
And when he tried to stand up, his roller on his chair was on top of his cord.
That's all right.
2-2. Just missed again. Ooh, that may have clipped the zone that time. 4-seam fastball on the upper outside corner. If it did, it was on the black. 3-2 on the right-handed hitter, as waiting on deck is Tucker Flint. Nichols sets again, payoff pitch. Swung and drilled down the left field line into the corner. That one is going to one-hop the wall. Around first, Rowdy Rodriguez. He's into second. He'll stop there with an RBI double, as scoring from third is Mac McCroskey, and it's 2-1. Well, it's not the home run you wanted, Chris, but it was close.
I was scared to say I'm expecting him to do something really good here. I didn't want to jinx it, but, man, he was on some of those pitches, and that one he was able to barrel up and narrowly missed. You know what? He really didn't get that as well. It's 92 off the bat. Believe it or not, it wasn't clearly on the barrel that time, but, man, Rowdy is locked in right now. After, he had a couple of games where he didn't reach base for the first time this year. Now, last few games, man, he is red hot.
Jim Paddock, the pitching coach, out there to talk things over with Nichols. As in from third is McCroskey, RBI number 32 on the year from Rodriguez. And don't forget, in that suspended game, he had a frozen rope that was caught in center field in his one at-bat there, so he is seeing the ball well today. Fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com.
By the way, that was the 11th double for Rowdy Rodriguez. Now over his last 7 games, 8 hits, 24 at-bats, 2 doubles, a homer, 4 walks, 6 RBIs.
So right on left, and here's Tucker Flint. He flew to right his first time up as we resume action. First pitch, fastball fouled straight back and out of the stadium. 0-1 on the left-handed hitter as Jim Paddock wraps up his conversation. So 2 here in the 3rd inning for the Trash Pandas, both RBI, coming in very different fashion. One an RBI groundout and then a double by Rowdy Rodriguez. Here's the set. The 0-1 to Tucker. Fastball, a little flare on the infield, moving back to third baseman Taylor. He's under it, he's got it as Flint pops up to third, and that will retire the side. But Rocket City takes the lead thanks to 2 runs. They're both earned as they do it on 3 hits. No errors in the inning, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 3, Rocket City leads it 2-1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports. We go to the 4th inning. Rocket City is leading at 2-1, and due up for the Biscuits, it'll be their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Taylor, Aranamo, and Isaac against Nate Sneed. And the first pitch is on the way, a curveball. First time we've seen that from Sneed. It's called a strike 0-1. For those of you on radio, we'll keep you up to date what's happening, but I want to welcome in from the Attain at Bradford Creek. That's Hannah Agliano, who's joining us for the 2nd season in a row, and the first pitch is popped up. Foul territory, in is the first baseman, Bartolero. He'll make the call and the catch. That'll be out number 1. First off, Hannah, great to have you with us. Tell us a little bit more about the Attain at Bradford Creek. What are you guys about?
We are an apartment complex. We're right off of Martin and Zert Road. We have great vibes, plenty of availability, so come and see us.
This is your 2nd season with Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. What was it about the Trash Pandas that made you guys want to get involved with us?
We just love the community feeling that y'all have here, and it's just so fun seeing everyone have a great time at every game that we go to.
Yeah, how's business going? I got to think it's pretty busy, all the people moving here.
Yes, it is busy. We are having so much fun this year. We have plenty of things going on, especially like the Trash Pandas, but we're still busy and keep touring and everything.
Well, you guys have your logo on our Hawaiian shirt giveaway today as the pitch misses outside. 2-1, which you are wearing right now. Tell us, what do you think of the shirt?
I love it. I think it is so festive and awesome, and I love seeing our logo right on the sleeve.
What made you guys want to be on the Hawaiian shirt of all things?
We have a really relaxing vibe at Attain with our pond, and it just feels like a getaway every day, so we really thought it fit us.
The count is 2-2 as Aranamo waits. Sneed back on the rubber as he'll go from third base side, and Hannah Agliano with the Attain at Bradford Creek joining us. Here's the 2-2. Swung and hit foul straight back to the screen. Going to stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Any events coming up involving the Attain that we should know about that you guys are going to be a part of?
Yes, we are trying to sponsor a different local organization every month. So coming up in July, we're taking donations for a new leash on life at our community. So if y'all want to stop by, bring us donations. We're super grateful for that.
Aranamo swings and misses for strike 3. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Sneed. 2 quick outs in the 4th inning for Xavier Isaac, who bounced to first. His first time up as we look at the last pitch again. And again, coming up empty was Aranamo. Here's Isaac. tell us what options are available at the Attain. What's the rental price, or what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we have 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms available. We are running 2 months free right now, as far as some amazing preferred employer discounts as well. So make sure you come see us and ask if you're on that preferred employer list.
Pitch misses down and in. Want to know what's a typical rent go?
I would say it starts around $9.95 for our
Okay.
1 bedrooms. That's for a 15-month lease, but we offer as low as 3 months.
The left-handed hitter waits. Sneed fires away. Fastball is a strike. Going to go to 2 balls and a strike. Summer is upon us right now. And you mentioned your relationship with New Leash on Life. Do you have a dog park as well for anyone who owns pets?
We do. We have a dog run as well as a separate dog park with obstacles, and then we also have a dog spa at Attain.
Pitch is popped up into shallow center. Out is the shortstop McCroskey to put it away. And 1, 2, 3. Go to the Biscuits. We move to the 4th inning. Trash Pandas lead at 2-1. Here to give you the play-by-play is Chris Harris.
Thanks, Josh. As TJ Nichols delivers, the first pitch to Cole Fontenelle is cut on and missed. It's 0-1 to the Rocket City third baseman. Trash Pandas lead it 2-1. 2 runs on 4 hits for Rocket City. 1 run on 1 hit. That was the leadoff home run by Emilion Petrie. Back in that top of the first inning as Fontenelle fouls a pitch off. It'll be Fontenelle followed by Bartolero and Skull facing off against TJ Nichols, who has thrown 45 pitches so far. Right-handed pitcher versus the left-handed batter. Works out of the windup, and the right-hander's 0-2 pitch sails way high, and it's 1-2 on Cole. Series in Chattanooga, he was 5 for 19, had 2 doubles, drove in 5 runs. Very productive series for Cole. As the 0-2 pitch, or the 1-2 pitch rather, is taken low, and it's 2-2 to him. Nichols has had a tough season, Josh mentioned earlier, but holding his on so far against us this year in the first start against the Trash Pandas, and then here tonight as well. Misses on that 2-2 now from 0-2 to 3-2 on Cole Fontenelle. Payout pitch, swinging a bouncer foul, and it got a piece of the catcher, Kenny Piper. Actually may have caught Fontenelle. It hit Fontenelle on that front foot, caught him on the instep, and missed that guard that he wears. I thought it may have come back and gotten the catcher too, but shake that one off. This will be pitch number 7 coming in this at bat. And it's headed home right now. Speed pitch fouled straight back. He went back to the changeup that time. And it's 3-2. The first game of this 6-game series between the Trash Pandas and the Biscuits. We played the completion of that May 31st suspended game earlier. Here's the 3-2 once again. Swung on and missed. And down on strikes. That was a nasty slider. That was located perfectly by Nichols. And that's strikeout number 3 for Nichols. And out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Taking a look at what's happening elsewhere around the Southern League today. Well, there's not going to be a lot of action to report on tonight, as the first pitch on the way is low and outside to Caleb Bartolero. 2 games postponed. If you look at the radar down on the coast, and it's brutal down there. Both Pensacola and Biloxi postponed as a ground ball's hit hard to the left side. That's a base hit for Bartolero. 1 out single. That's his first hit at Toyota Field officially. And here comes Anthony Skull, who grounded out his first time up. Skull's an interesting player. He was 4th in the Northwest League in OPS. He won the Northwest League's Player of the Month for the month of May as he swings and chops one slowly out the end of the bat towards the left side. Third baseman cuts it off. That's Taylor, and he will throw out Skull for out number 2. He's kind of scuffling to find his way in Double-A, but he had a .319 batting average, 18 extra base hits in May, and he started to carry that over into the month of June as well. I think he's going to really be a big part of this Trash Pandas team in the second half of the season. He's kind of off to a little bit of a slow start as that moves the runner over to second base with 2 outs, and here's J.J. DeRazio, who singled and scored his first time up. Base hit could make it a 3-1 ball game. First pitch fouled straight back off the netting by DeRazio. And it's 0-1. We owe you a station break. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Bally Sports Live. Here's an 0-1 pitch to DeRazio. Ground ball hit hard up the middle. Maybe caught the glove of Nichols slightly. Goes to the second baseman Arnamo. And he throws out DeRazio for out number 3. So Rocket City clinging to a 2-1 lead as we start the top of the 5th inning from here at beautiful Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. Back to work will go Nate Snead for his 5th inning of duty. This will be facing off against Will Simpson, Matt Horvath, and Kenny Piper. He winds and delivers, and the first pitch is a ball. It's 1-0. Mention those 2 games that are postponed. That's Columbus at Biloxi And Birmingham at Pensacola as the off-speed pitch misses low and outside, 2-0. Birmingham at Pensacola, Columbus at Biloxi postponed by rain. As our hot dog showcasing his muscles on TV as the bouncers hit towards second base. And that would hit hard, but right to the Rocket City second baseman, Nick Rodriguez. He takes care of Simpson for out number one away from Mac Horvath. Horvath struck out his first time up. The only other game that's going on is a big one, and we're obviously going to follow this series, although it's the worst case scenario for Rocket City as Horvath fouls away the first pitch he sees. Chattanooga is on top of Knoxville by the score of 2-0. That game's in the top of the fifth inning up in Knoxville. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung out, popped up again, foul down this first base line. That'll get out of play. Entering play today, Rocket City are entering this second game today. Rocket City 2.5 games out of first place. That's behind Knoxville, a game and a half behind Chattanooga. As this one sit down the right field line, but fair. And moving over towards the line is Tucker Flint. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2 down. You know, you're asked what the scenarios are for Rocket City, and it's really kind of hard to figure it out. You got one thing you can control, and that's what you're doing on the field. They just have to win games. And you hope Knoxville and Chattanooga, they just beat up on each other, and you give yourself a chance. As the pitch is low and outside for a ball, I'm not really going to start figuring out true scenarios until Thursday or Friday at the earliest. 1-0 pitch. Fastball sails high. It's 2 balls and no strikes for Montgomery. The Biscuits are right there in the thick of things as well. They're tied right now in second place. 1 game back of Biloxi. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. So what's crazy is, of course, in minor league baseball, in AA, in our league, we play 2 halves. You win the first half, you're in the postseason. You win the second half, you're in the postseason. So it makes it competitive all year round as a 3-0 pitch is swung on and missed. He had the green light that time. Did Kenny Piper. Struck out his first time up. But right now, 6 of the 8 teams in the league have a legitimate shot of winning the first half as he takes ball 4. And that's the first walk issued by the Trash Pandas right-hander Nate Snead. So a 2-out walk is issued, and now that'll extend the inning for Ryan Spikes, who grounded out his first time up. Spikes, the Georgia native, he was headed to the University of Tennessee. Decided to sign with the Rays, a 3rd-round pick in 2021, and a nice signing bonus as he takes a ball low and outside. It's 1-0. But you going into the last week of the first half, 6 of 8 teams have a chance. That makes things exciting. Here's a ground ball towards third. Waiting back on the easy hop is Fontenelle. Goes the short way to second base. And the play goes 5-4 on the putout. So side retired. No runs, no hits. Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning from here at Toyota Field. Elijah Dunham will lead things off. It'll be Elijah facing off against a right-hander, T.J. Nichols. 8, 9, and 1 batters are due up. First offering is swung on, foul back by Elijah. Dunham, McCroskey, then the top of the lineup, and Nick Rodriguez. Rocket City got their 2 runs in that 3rd inning. Collected 3 hits. RBI ground out by Nick Rodriguez. RBI double by Rowdy Rodriguez. Here's an 0-1 pitch on the way. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. 6:35 every night this week through Saturday, and then a 4:05 game on Sunday. The 0-2 fouled straight back and out of play. Nichols from Carmichael, California. 23 years old, the 6th-round selection by the Rays in 2023. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt low. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Great to see all the suites are filled. Our party deck on that left field side full. In the heart of June now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted high in the air out towards right field. Simpson's underneath it, the right fielder for the Biscuits, and he'll make the catch. And that is out number 1. Well, coming up, the highly anticipated barbecue weekend at Toyota Field, celebrating Alabama's rich barbecue and white sauce tradition with a night that's all about great food, great fun, and great baseball. Enjoy Trash Pandas baseball as the players take the field in specialty white sauce and Butts jerseys. Yes, I said that on the air. Pitch in there for a strike. We'll play as the Bama Butts on Friday night as we salute the, in my opinion, the best part of a hog if you're a barbecue fan, the pork butt. 0-1 pitch is a bunt. It's fielded by the pitcher Nichols, fires over to first base and gets McCroskey trying to bunt his way on. 1-3 on the put out. And then our Alabama White Sauce night, we'll be playing as the Alabama White Sauce on Sunday. And what's cool about that, you can actually purchase a sampling pass where you can sample the barbecue on both Friday and Saturday. And we're going to have some great barbecue restaurants and contestants, I guess you will, buying for $1,500. And if you purchase that sampling package, which is just $21, you can vote on that Fan Choice Award as well. 306 Barbecue, Blue Oak Barbecue, Johnny's Barbecue, Smoky Seas, the Pink Pig, City Barbecue, RD Smokehouse, and more. I'll be here. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and chopped foul down the first base line. Last year was the first ever barbecue weekend here at Toyota Field. It was a smashing success. Go to TrashPandasBaseball.com. Grab one of those sampling passes, especially 1-1 pitch. Outside, you can sample the barbecue, see the game, and I think it's just a little over $21. It's Friday and Saturday here. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Nick. And the count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. First 1,000 fans today got that Hawaiian shirt. Really nice giveaway. 2-2 pitch. It's just a tad low. Check and see where that pitch was according to our ABS view that we get up here. That was a ball, maybe a tad inside as well. 3-2 payoff. Swung on it hard on the ground, but right to the second baseman, Arenamo, as he'll glove and throw out his counterpart. The Trash Panda second baseman, 4-3 to end the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2-3 go the Pandas in the bottom of the 5th inning. They still lead it, though, 2-1 over Montgomery. As we head to the 6th inning, this is Here we go to the top of the 6th inning from Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama. Biscuits trailing the Trash Pandas 2-1. And back to work goes Nate Snead. He has pitched a gem so far. His only mistake was a leadoff home run in the 1st inning. That was out the bat of Emilian Petrie. First time we've seen him this year. There's a strike, and it's even now. A ball and a strike on Gregory Barrios. Petrie due up 2nd in this inning. As a 1-1 pitch from Snead swung on, hit well out towards right center field, but there is Rowdy Rodriguez. He'll make that catch, and that is out number 1. So 1 away now for Emilian Petrie. Hit that leadoff home run in the 1st inning, grounded out in the 3rd. And that was, again, another slider from Snead. Slider slash cutter. Kind of some similarities there. As Rowdy Rodriguez patrolling center. Here's the first pitch on the way, and that slow curveball is in there for a strike. It's 0-1 at 74 miles an hour. Throws that curveball really slow. 0-1 pitch on the way to Petrie. Misses high for a ball. Petrie coming up from High A Bowling Green before getting that promotion to the Biscuits on the 11th of June. Here's a swing at a high fly ball out towards deep left center field. Back goes Rowdy to the track and makes a catch. Whew. Tell you what, Emilian Petrie's got some pop. He had 11 home runs in single A ball this year. And he gave that one a ride to deep left center field, but out number 2. Harmlessly into the glove of Rowdy, and here's Braden Taylor. Taylor's fouled out and grounded out so far against Snead. Nate out of the windup and the pitch. In the dirt low for a ball. It's 1-0. Snead coming off his first Double-A victory. That was last Wednesday in Chattanooga. 2 runs on 4 hits, 5 2/3 innings in that 7-2 victory. This may be a quick inning. Here's a ball popped up into shallow left field down the line, racing in. And plenty of time. Skull gets there. How about that? 69 pitches in 6 innings for Snead. The Trash Pandas still leading by the score of 2-1 as we make our way to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Montgomery has made a pitching change as they call on the former Rocket City Trash Panda, Chris Clark. His 13th appearance, he's 2-1, a 1.96 ERA. He's made 6 starts as well this year. Faces Rowdy Rodriguez first. The first pitch in there for a strike, coming off an RBI double. His last time up. 41 1/3 innings for Chris Clark. He's hit 3 batters. He's walked 14, struck out 40, and they're batting .217 against him. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss as he changed speeds that time. Final line on TJ Nichols, the starter for the Biscuits. He went 5 innings, allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts through 69 pitches, and 50 were for strikes.
How many pitches?
69 pitches, 50 strikes.
Nice.
Here's the kick and the pitch. Off-speed delivery, misses low and outside. It's 1-2 on Rowdy.
By the way, Chris, while I have a moment, want to welcome in the good people at Huntsville Hospital. They're taking up our party deck today. Wonderful to have them over there.
It's in the upper level. Our suite level is jam-packed here tonight. 1-2 pitch down and away. It's 2-2 on Rowdy.
They're actually a brand new sponsor for us this year. They've got the outfield wall sign down the left field line, the new visiting bullpen sign.
Here's a 2-2 offering on the way to Rowdy, and he chased one down out of the strike zone. That's unlike Rowdy recently, but a nasty pitch there for right-hander Chris Clark. Picks up the strikeout, his first, and the 4th by Biscuits pitching. 2025 split the year between 3 levels in the Angels organization, including Rocket City. Drafted in the 5th round back in 2023 by the Angels out of Harvard. Pitch is in there for a strike to Tucker Flint.
I tell people all the time that was the one of the oddest little nuggets about our team last year. 2 guys from Harvard were on the Rocket City Trash Pandas. He and, oh goodness, the former major leaguer.
0-1 pitch, bounces in the dirt low.
Oh my goodness, his name just slipped me. Come on, you know.
You talking about 2024 or 2025?
2025.
Clark only pitched 1 game with Rocket City last year.
Yes.
That was late in the season.
Oh, this is such a good guy, too. I can't believe I forgot his name.
I'm trying to think. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tucker. Popped out and flied out so far.
Sean Poppin.
Oh, yeah. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch that time. Chased it down, and it's 1-2 now on Flint. Yeah, Sean was a big part of this club there in the middle of the season.
A great piece for the clubhouse, just to help mentor guys and teach them how to carry themselves as professionals. He did a great job behind the scenes.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Tucker. And he takes a ball outside that time, outside low. That was a changeup. By the way, you want to send a shout out to a lot of our Trash Panda players that were out there today with our kids baseball camp, which ran from 9 to noon today. 2-2 pitch, swung on, lifted high in the air, deep towards left center field. Didn't quite get all of it though. In the gap out there, Horvath, as he coasts over to make that catch. And that is out number 2, so 2 away now. And the batter will be Cole Fontenelle.
They'll be back out there tomorrow as well. I think it'll be a different group of players, but same kiddos from one more day of fun.
Yep. Today you had Dunham, Cortez, Calabrese, Cole, Costu, Polanco, Fontenelle, and Skull were the instructors for kids camp. As the line drive, 1 hopper's hit towards second base. Good backhanded play out there by Arenamo. And Clark, the former Panda, for 1 game at least, former Angel farmhand, has a 1-2-3 inning and needs just 11 pitches to do so. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 2-1 Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Oh, we're going to see another new pitcher enter the ball game, this time for Rocket City, as Nate Sneed, his evening is done, but a really nice outing for him, his best outing as a trash panda. It comes in his fourth outing as the first pitch from Carlos Espinosa is low and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. So Nate Sneed, 6 innings, 1 run, 1 hit. That was the leadoff home run by Emilion Petrie. 1 run, 1 hit.
In fact, after that, he allowed only 1 more base run. It's Piper on a walk.
1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He threw 69 pitches, 50 for strikes. That's both starting pitchers. 69 pitches, 50 strikes for both. No, take that back. 69 pitches, 43 for strikes for Sneed.
2 very nice performances.
Arenamo swings and misses there. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Arenamo leading things off. Will be followed by Isaac and Simpson. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up against Espinosa. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the way from the right-hander. Fastball misses high. It's 3-2 now, full count.
By the way, update from Knoxville, Chattanooga out to a 3-0 lead on the Smokies. Bottom 5 there.
Here's a 3-2 payout pitch. Swung out, popped up foul. For Espinosa, his 16th appearance. Comes in 1-1, a 4.80 ERA, 30 innings. He has walked 19, struck out 39. Opponents are just batting $189 against him. 3-2 again in the dirt low. That's ball 4. So the tying run will reach base. Just the second walk issued by Rocket City pitchers. And 1 on, nobody out for Xavier Isaac. One thing you got to remember with this lineup, there are some really, really, really good bats in this lineup. Isaac has 12 home runs. Simpson has 12 home runs. Arenamo 8, Braden Taylor 10. There's a lot of pop.
What's surprising is none of them hit for average, but like you said, a lot of power.
He can change the game with a swing of the bat. Big swing and a miss that time by Isaac. And it's 0-1. He was 0 for 2 against Nate Sneed. Right now the Biscuits, one of the top home run hitting teams. 0-1 pitch is launched down the right field line, but that's going to hook and go foul. They end up on Madison Boulevard.
Well, they lead the league with 77 homers. Here's what's strange, though. As a team, they had 239. They're an tie for 3rd with Rocket City.
Yeah.
I did not have that on my bingo card.
Of course, they had the 8 home run game against Columbus on May the 3rd. Off-speed pitch is down low that time. 1-2 on Isaac. That's like PCL stuff. 8 home runs in a game. Supposed to just do that in Salt Lake or Albuquerque, Vegas. 1-2 pitch. He spiked that one in the dirt low. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Isaac. Good block up, by the way, there by Durazio.
We had Jack Johnson here, the voice of the Columbus Clingstones, a couple of weeks ago. I asked him about that game. He said wind wasn't blowing out. The pitching was just terrible. Pitches left in the zone, and guys pounced all over it.
2-2 pitch. Runner goes from first. It's low. Throw down to second base. No chance. A great jump at first base by Arenamo. And he swipes second base, gets his 4th steal of the year.
And even more concerning, this is the second really deep count provided by Espinosa. He's got to be sure he's competitive here.
By the way, that 6 innings from Sneed matches a career high as well. I remember he's very young to the professional game. The 3-2 pitch popped him up into shallow center field. Going out is Nick Rodriguez, the second baseman. He called off McCroskey, and that's a big out.
Yep.
A pop out. Runner stays put there at second base with 1 down. And here comes Will Simpson.
Sometimes the downside to having a power team like Montgomery is what you see right here. Instead of just guiding the ball along the ground and moving the runner along, everyone's trying to get lift on a pitch. And what happens is, unless you catch the sweet spot, you're going to do that. You're going to pop it up, and nothing's going to become of the guy who's already on base.
Espinosa last pitched on the 10th last week in Chattanooga. 1 2/3 scoreless. Struck out 3, walked 3 as he throws towards second base, and diving back in safely out there goes Arenamo.
He actually had him leaning. Arenamo, I think, was going to go, and then Espinosa saw him stepped off the rubber. Arenamo, not only does he get back, but now Carlos has used up his 1 disengagement.
Here's the next. Slider misses low and outside. He's having a tough time with that slider. Falls behind, a ball and no strikes here on Simpson, who sits on 12 home runs. Also 32 RBIs.
And Tim
220
Levesque,
average.
Tim Levesque sees what you see. He's going to go.
This is a good visit. Yeah, this is a good visit. By the way, it's going to check in on the World Cup. Let's see, France knocked off Senegal 3-1. Mbappe is the star for France. He had 2 of the 3 goals. And Norway knocked off Iraq 4-1. Of course, the big game tonight, big match tonight, is Argentina and Algeria. It's been fun to watch some of these games. Yesterday was a draw between Cape Verde, which only has 500,000 population. They tied with Spain, 0-0, a draw. 1-0 pitch misses low.
He is asking for trouble here.
Cape Verde and Spain playing a draw is like Dominican Republic playing a tight game with the Dream Team. 2-0 pitch. It's just off the plate. Tad high that time. Falls behind now. 3-0 on Simpson. On deck is Matt Horvath. Check on that runner at second base, the 3-0. And there's a strike right down the middle. Fastball at 94. Espinosa in that outing last week against Chattanooga, he threw 41 pitches. That was his only outing of the week. That was nearly a week ago. Arenamo takes off. The pitch fouled straight back. It's one of those situations where he might have tried to go to second base if he had another disengagement left.
And with Arenamo knowing that he can get a big jump and go for broke. But remember when Espinosa pitched last week, he really struggled in that 9th inning with his command, and it looks like that has carried over. See what he does here.
Had to go to the bullpen. 3-2 payoff. Swinging a ball fouled straight back that time. Back to the fastball. Got some help. That was actually off the plate a little bit. So still a full count, 3-2. As Espinosa.
That looks
going
like
to have some, Bryce Osmond warming up in the bullpen. Little backup out there. The 3-2 again. Swinging a ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Arenamo had to pause to make sure it got through, so he's going to stop at third base. Throw comes in by Skull in left field, and now first and third. 2 on, 1 out. And here comes Mac Horvath, who is 0 for 2. But that's just the second hit of the ball game for the Biscuits. And now that tying runs 90 feet away over there at third.
3 batters, 3-3-2 counts. And when you get to 3-2 with a man already on base, you got to get it over, even though you already have 2 strikes on him. Simpson knows he has to deliver a strike, and that time that's what he got, and he was able to drill it.
Horvath's first pitch. That's a good slider right there on the outside corner at the knees. I was impressed with Bryce Osmond's last outing. Had a couple of strikeouts. He was getting a lot of swing and misses. Got some good stuff. Here's an 0-1 offering now to Horvath. After a long pause, and he steps off with 1 second on the pitch clock. So that's the only disengagement now. Will Simpson only has 8 stolen bases this year. Like to try and at least stay out of a double play ball. There he goes. So 1 pitch way outside. Not even a throw there from Durazio. So now second and third, that takes the double play out of order. And the go-ahead run in scoring position.
I'm bringing the infield in. I'm a tick surprised just because if he shoots one through, 2 runs could score.
Strikeout would be mighty nice, as this one's not a strikeout. Swung on, hit deep towards left field. Skull back to the track. He makes the catch up against the wall. Tagging at third base and scoring to tie the game is Arenamo. To third base goes Simpson. I thought that ball was gone, to be honest with you, as Matt Horvath narrowly misses a 3-run home run.
Yeah, he got a high fastball and was able to get around on it. I agree with you, and he hit it to the short porch in left field, but it was just big enough. And a nice play by Skull. That's his first game in this ballpark. That's not an easy play to make.
Would have been right off the very top of the wall against that Lexus Huntsville sign. First pitch, a strike there to Kenny Piper. Piper can be very, very tough. He's walked in, struck out so far today. This might be the last batter that Espinosa faces. He's already in the mid-20s as far as pitch count. The 0-1. Slider in the dirt, kicks away from DeRazio. About third down the line. Coming was Simpson, but he puts the brakes on over there.
I think he was coming, but he stumbled. If he doesn't stumble or trip or whatever it was, I think he makes a break for the play. Big break for Rocket City.
Espinosa just having a really tough time. Let's see. Yep, stumbled.
And who knows, maybe a break for Montgomery. They may have had him at the plate.
Yeah. Little chalk line got him. 1-1 pitch. Man, bounces in the dirt this time. A good block by DeRazio. Kicks it over to the third base side. 2 balls and a strike. I don't know if he's tinkering with that slider, trying to throw it a different way, but he just has not been able to get on top of it.
It's a very, very shaky outing. And the fact that only 1 run is scored is a bit of a minor miracle. And yet he's still an out away from getting out of it within a tie ball game.
1 run in on 1 hit so far. Runner at third, the go-ahead run. Tied 2-2, the pitch. It's low, 3 balls and a strike. On deck is Ryan Spikes. Big deep breath by Espinosa, the 3-1. Swinging a line drive right to the third baseman. Fontenelle puts the glove up and makes the catch. Well, it wasn't pretty, but he got out of the inning. So Espinosa allows just the 1 run on 1 hit, and they strand 1 90 feet away. Caleb Bartolero leads things off for Rocket City here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As the first pitch from Chris Clark is taken for a ball in, it's 1-0. Well, we're back even. It's 2-2 as we start the bottom of the 7th inning from here at Toyota Field. Bartolero so far today, he's picked up a base hit. He's 1 for 2 as he takes ball 2 now. 2 balls and no strikes. It'll be Bartolero followed by Skull and DeRazio. 5, 6, and 7. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a line shot down the left field line off the glove of the third baseman Taylor. Bartolero digging for 2. Spikes finally gets it in. That went into the coffin corner out there down the left field line, and Bartolero has another extra base hit, and that is the way you start the bottom of the 7th inning.
High fastball and tight. He's so quick, though, he's still able to get around on this pitch. As we take a look at it again, yeah, that one was hung up there by Clark, and Bartolero all over it. Now you got the go-ahead run in scoring position, no one out. The struggling Skull at the plate, I would venture to say they lay one down, but we'll see.
Well, third baseman Taylor expecting potentially a bunt here. As Skull shows bunt, yeah, they were waiting to see. As the pitch is bunted on the third base side of the mound, that's going to do the job. Fielded by Clark, nearly a wide throw that time. Second baseman Arenamo came over to cover the bag at first. So the sacrifice bunt is successful. It goes 1-4. Now that go-ahead run is on the doorstep at third for J.J. Durazio.
That's perfect ABC baseball, but now you got to finish the job. Fortunately, you got a veteran at the plate.
So here is J.J. Durazio. He has been on base and scored. He's 1 for 2 officially today. First pitch is a slider just off the plate for ball 1. Durazio. These pups that are here, they want to make some noise too. Get back on top. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air towards left center field. This should be deep enough. Spikes is over, makes the catch. Here comes the throw to the plate. Bartolero, it hits him. And that will work. He slides in safely. It's a sacrifice fly. Rocket City's back ahead 3-2. RBI number 14 for JJ.
Let's see where it caught him. It was so far up the line he would have scored. Oh, on the head. Fortunately, he's able to walk off under his own power.
I'll take one for the team.
No kidding.
In the old days of baseball, he'd be out. Early days.
Larry Ward days.
Yeah. 2 outs. Here's Elijah Dunham, who swings and foul tips. If you're playing in the backyard with a wiffle ball, he's out.
But
that doesn't work in our style of baseball, though.
Well, that was an old rule back at the very beginnings of the early rules of baseball. You would get each other out by hitting the opposing base runner with a ball.
Here's an 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up foul into the seats on the third base side. Got another beautiful sunset here. That little orange glow. Did that last night as well.
You know what? Last night I did something that I don't do anywhere near enough of, and I'm glad I did it. I took a little evening stroll. It was absolutely perfect outside. No humidity.
Pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-2.
Beautiful baseball sky like this one. I was like, man, I need to do this more often.
1-2 on Elijah Dunham. Clark delivers in the dirt low. The next, it's 2-2. If the inning is continued, Matt McCroskey, look at all these good boys and girls they're showing on camera. It's Tito's Tail Wagging Tuesday. Dogs are able to come into
good. I
the ballpark.
I thought you were talking about regular kids.
Well, you know. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Fielded by Isaac. He'll take it to the bag himself. And that'll retire the side. But Bartolero leads off with a double. He ends up scoring on a sac fly for Durazio. Makes Joe Cruz, our manager, very, very, very happy. On we go to the top of we go to the top of the 8th inning from Toyota Field. Rocket City playing a little seesaw battle here, but they're up 3-2 right now as we start the top of the 8th inning. To take you home, here's Josh Carey.
Thanks, Chris. First pitch, Bryce Osmond rolled to short on the backhand fielding. McCroskey throw to first in time. One pitch, one out as Ryan Spikes goes after the first pitch he sees and rolls it to short. He's now 0 for 3. 1 up, 1 gone for Gregory Barrios. 0 for 2, a bounce out to second and a fly out to center. Close the book on Carlos Espinoza, who had a rough go of it, but fortunately for him, he gets out of it with only 1 run scoring. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1, struck out none. Believe it or not, he's in line to win this game. Barrios ready. First pitch is a fastball high. 1-0. As for Osmond, he last pitched on the 11th, which is when? That was last Thursday. A scoreless inning, struck out 3, walked 1. Next pitch is fouled straight back out of the stadium. It will go to 0-2 as Bryce is quickly ahead of the count. On the year, Osmond, 2-2, 7.36 ERA, 13th appearance to go along with 8 starts, so that's his 5th relief appearance. 40 2/3 innings, 47 hits, 33 runs. As the breaking ball is low, that was a slider. 2 balls and a strike. 33 runs, all earned. He's allowed 9 homers. He's walked 18, struck out 43. Opponents hitting .280 against him. Next pitch, swung on and sliced foul off to the right. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chris, did you talk about Brett Carey at all?
I did not.
So want to send congratulations to one of the Trash Pandas all-time greats, Brett Carey, the former South Carolina Gamecock who pitched for Rocket City for parts of 5 seasons. He got his call to the show yesterday. Here's the 2-2. Fastball swung, hit foul, off to the right again. It'll land on the roof of Toyota Field. Stay at 2-2. Also want to say hello to another old buddy who's actually here with the enemy today. That's Braxton Martinez, the hitting coach for the Biscuits. Next offering. Fastball low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Braxton was here for that 2022 season, but he was such an instrumental piece in the clubhouse for Rocket City. I remember he had a big walk-off homer against Birmingham on one of our education days, but one of the good dudes in the game. Here's the 3-2. Fastball swung and a little flare into shallow center, but out is the second baseman, Nick Rodriguez, about 3 steps onto the shallow center field grass. He'll put it away as Barrios pops to second. 2 quick outs in the 8th inning. We'll go back to the top of the order in Emilian Petrie. As you look at the replay, easy play for Nick Rodriguez. As Osmond, so far, he's been pretty solid since moving into this relief role. By the way, we have an attendance to give you, 3,297. A lot of them were here for that suspended game. I would say we had about 2,000 in attendance to see the completion of that game from May 31st. Made for a nice atmosphere. First pitch is a fastball down and in. It skips off of Durazio and is out 1-0. There's a look at Bryce again. Started the year in the rotation, but as more pieces have been called into this Rocket City starting rotation, he's been bumped to the bullpen, but he's not going to let it get him down. As the 1-0 is a slider outside, 2 balls and no strikes. His work as a starter was shaky at times, and maybe the move to the pen will be something good for him down the line. 2-0. There's a strike as he fired a cutter on the inside corner. 2-1. What happens to a lot of guys is when you're a starter, once you start seeing the order a second, a third time through, that's when they struggle. You don't have to worry about that as a reliever. As the fastball swung on and missed, high and away. Going to go to 2-2 and a chance for Osmond to wrap up the inning.
Bryce has really, really good stuff. I can see him as a big league late inning reliever because he's got a fastball mid upper 90s.
2-2, down and in. He missed with the cutter that time. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a payoff pitch due to Petrie.
Works off that cutter that's in the upper 80s, low 90s as well, and gets a lot of swing and misses. That's one thing that outing in Chattanooga he was doing a lot.
A look in by the right-hander. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung, bounced to Osmond. Good play. Glove save and a beauty against the Canadian. Running it halfway, underhand toss to first by Osmond. Retires Petrie, and 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th inning, some insurance would be nice as Rocket City leads it 3-2, and due up for the Trash Pandas, it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters, McCroskey, Nick Rodriguez, and Rowdy Rodriguez against Chris Clark, who was touched up for a run in the 7th inning. This is a right-on-right matchup as the first pitch to Mack is a slider that misses inside. 1-0. McCroskey today, a double, a run scored. He's also bunted to the mound. Right against right as Clark. He'll come set at the belt. And the next pitch. And a sinker swung through a miss as he threw it off the inside corner. Count evens at 1-1. There's a look at Clark. We saw him very late in the regular season last year. He pitched one game here against Chattanooga, final week of the season. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, there's a strike. Going to go to 1-2 as quickly ahead of the count is Clark. Trash Pandas, if they win this, and if Chattanooga hangs on to defeat Knoxville, Rocket City will be a game and a half back of the Smokies. As the next pitch is swung on, popped up into shallow right. Going out is Arenamo, in is Simpson. Simpson, the right fielder, will make the call and the catch. And a fly out to shallow right by McCroskey for out number 1. Fans, get all your Trash Pandas gear online at shoptrashpandas.com or in the store at the Junkyard Team store at Toyota Field or the Trash Panda store located on Hughes Road. One away, here's Nick Rodriguez, 0 for 3. A line out to center, 2 ground outs to second, but one of them drove in a run. 3-2 as we play the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody on and 1 out for the Trash Pandas. First pitch is a sinker that misses low, 1-0. Now again, if Rocket City wins, they move to a game and a half back against Knoxville, assuming the Lookouts hang on. That being said, at some point, the Trash Pandas need to hop Chattanooga. They would be a half game back of the Lookouts when they wake up tomorrow. A breaking ball, a slider is called a strike on the upper outside corner. 1-1, and in fact, Knoxville's just picked up 2 runs. It's now a 5-3 ball game. Bottom 6. Slightly open stance for Nick Rodriguez. They play him straight away. The pitch, fastball, a swing and a miss. Threw it on the outside corner. Good offering that time by Clark. And the count is at a ball and 2 strikes on Nick Rodriguez. Looking in that Rocket City pen, doesn't look like anyone's throwing. We may see Osmond in the top of the 9th inning. He looked great in the top of the 8th. Clark appears back in. The set. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung and rocketed foul off to the left. Late swing that time by Nick Rodriguez. It stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Nick, last week against Chattanooga, another solid week. 6 of 24 for the series, including a solo homer on Sunday. From the letters, Clark with the 1-2. Swung on, rolled foul past first. And the count will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. He has steadily made a name for himself in this organization, just putting up solid numbers this season, doing it quietly, sort of under the radar, while his fellow Rodriguez, Rowdy, gets the lion's share of attention. The set again, the 1-2. Swung, ripped, that's a foul ball down the right side. He walloped that one, 107 off the bat, but it will remain at a ball and 2 strikes as Clark fighting here against Nick Rodriguez. Due up in the 9th for Montgomery. It'll be their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Taylor, Arenamo, and Isaac. So whoever is out there for Rocket City, they're going to have to go through the fire. Guarding the line at first is Isaac. From the belt, the 1-2. Fastball, that misses low, 2-2. By the way, just talking about the standings, if Montgomery cannot come back here, they would fall into 3rd place in the Southern Division, but still only be a game and a half back, trailing Biloxi and Pensacola. Next offering, that's down and in. Did he go around? Oh, they say he did. Nick Rodriguez can't believe it, and he's rather animated. He's got to be careful here. I didn't think he went. We'll take a look at a replay. Yeah, it was closer than I thought, but still looked like he held up. Still, he's going to be rung up on strikes. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Clark. Strikeout number 4 for Montgomery pitcher. So 2 outs, no one on base for Rowdy Rodriguez. He's been the offensive hero here in game 2. The fastball down and away, 1-0. Had a single in the first, then was thrown out trying to steal. And then a RBI double in the 3rd inning. It was his 32nd ribby of the season. He's also struck out swinging. Clark 1-0. Swung on, chop foul past third. Off the third base camera, well, 1-1. I should note on Nick Rodriguez's check swing, I didn't see much of an argument from Joe Krusel over the third base coach's box, so maybe he saw it differently. 1-1 on the right-handed hitter. Rocket City with 2 in the third, 1 in the seventh. Montgomery with a single run in the first and another in the seventh. They've been held to only 2 hits. Clark sets again, the 1-1. Swing and a tip foul back to the screen. Going to go to 1-2 and a chance for Clark to wrap up the inning. As the wind starts to kick up, it drifts out toward left field. Calm, overcast skies on this Tuesday evening. Temperatures in the high 70s. Just a lovely night, especially given this time of year. Not too humid. The right-handed bat ready to go. Clark will set again. They want to go high in the zone. The 1-2. Slider, a swing and a miss, strike 3. That ball in the dirt. They're going to put the tag on Rowdy Rodriguez, and that's going to end the inning as Clark strikes out 2 of the 3 men he faces in a 1-2-3 8th inning. Second strikeout for him, strikeout number 5 for Biscuits pitchers. We'll move to the 9th. Rocket City leading at 3-2. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network. We go to the 9th inning. Trash Pandas leading at 3-2. Before we tell you about it, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Due up for the Biscuits in the 9th inning. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Taylor Arenamo and Isaac, against Bryce Osmond, who pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning, his first frame. He got 2 ground outs and a pop-up. But he's going to face some tough hombres here. Here's Taylor to lead it off. 0 for 3, and the first pitch on the way is a strike. That'll be a cutter on the inside corner. 0-1. Taylor, a ground out to first, a foul out to first, and a fly out to left. All 3 of these guys due up can knock one out of the yard. Here's the 0-1 by Osmond. Swung on, tap foul at home plate. It'll trickle over by the first base dugout on the changeup. Haven't seen the changeup a whole lot tonight from Bryce. Count is at 0-2. With a win, Rocket City would move to 33-30. The right-hander will look in. The windup and the 0-2. High and away with the fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, Chattanooga, they move to the 7th. They lead Knoxville 5-3 in Knoxville. With Rocket City, every night you win, you're going to gain ground on someone and not gain ground on another. Next pitch is slapped hard right at first, near the line to field at Bartolero. He'll run to the bag in time for out number 1. So Taylor grounds out to first. 1 away. Here is Jader Arenamo. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, both swinging, a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. If the game ends here, Chris Clark, 2 shutout innings for, check that, come on Josh, 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit, a run, it was earned, as the first pitch is high and away, 1-0. He walked none, and he struck out 2. He's the pitcher of record. He would take the loss if Rocket City can hang on here. Right against right, here's the 1-0 by Osman. And that was a cutter well down and away, and Osman well behind in the count, 2-0. And with Bryce, you got to be careful here, all right? He's prone to the home run ball as he'll climb back aboard the rubber. Near the line at third is Fontanelle. Off the line at first, Bartolero. 2-0 pitch. Down and away, 3-0. Went with that cutter again. That's one of his primary pitches, that cutter, but hasn't been able to get it over against Arenamo. The wind has died down. They play straight away and deep in the outfield. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. Caught the very top of the zone against Arenamo. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bartolero well off the line at first. Osman working quickly. The 3-1. Missed high, and that'll be ball 4. So each pitcher for Rocket City has walked 1 man. Sneed with 1, Espinoza with 1, and now Osman with 1. Arenamo, who again stole a base earlier in this game, will trot to first. So that's the tying run, and now you got the go-ahead run at the plate in the form of Xavier Isaac. He's 0 for 3, a ground out to first, a pop-up to short, and a pop-up to second. A double play, though, would end the ball game. Right against left, open stance. First pitch on the way. Fastball high, 1-0. Isaac, for what it's worth, is hitting 190. Pardon me, he's hitting 231 against right-handers, and Tim Levesque has seen enough. The pitching coach for Rocket City going to go out there, have a word with Osman, who cruised through the first 4 hitters he saw, but then walked Arenamo, fell behind 3-0 in that count, and now he's down 1-0 here to Isaac. So while they chat things over, just a quick check of the Major League scoreboard right now. The Braves and Giants are delayed due to rain. They're only in the bottom of the second, but the Giants leading it 3-2. And coming up later, the Angels visit the Diamondbacks. That game gets started in about a half hour. Meeting over as Levesque heads back to the dugout. Like I said, a double play ends this game, but Isaac runs very, very well. So keep that in mind. Off the line at third, Fontanelle. They wheel him around to the right, and Osman was ready to go, but the hitter, Isaac, had not made eye contact. And so home plate umpire Chad Patterson, goes out there and stops play. Now we're ready to go. The set by Osman. Here's the 1-0 offering. Swing and a miss. Threw him a cutter that time. Left it high. But coming up empty was Isaac. 1-1. Xavier, former first-round pick in 2022 out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, 6'3", 240. He'll stand back in. Osman gets the sign, the 1-1. Down and in. He missed with a cutter. 2-1, and it looks like he's going to try and ride that cutter to the finish line. Right now, Osman playing with that landing spot in at the very front part of the mound. Chris Harris has headed down to the field, hoping to talk to a winning trash panda. Lead at first by Arenamo. Bartolero holds him aboard. From the belt, the 2-1. Swung, popped up. Into left field, drifting out McCroskey, charging in is Skull, calling everyone off, and making the catch will be the third baseman, Fontanelle. You don't usually see that. The third baseman cut behind the shortstop, and Fontanelle made the catch, I would say about 10 yards into the left center field grass. Usually that's a play where the shortstop takes control, but Fontanelle felt he had a better angle, and he called McCroskey off. This was a towering pop-up, a rainmaker. So a pop-up to third, 2 out, back to first goes Arenamo. And now the last chance for the Biscuits is Will Simpson. 1 for 3, a single, a stolen base, a rollout to second, a fly out to center. Right on right as the set by Osman. First pitch. Down and away. He missed with that cutter again. It's 1-0. Simpson, 12 home runs on the season. He has 1 against Rocket City. The right-handed hitter ready to go near the line at third is Fontanelle. Short lead at first by Arenamo. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. That time he went with the 4-seam fastball on the upper outside corner, and whiffing at it is Simpson. 1-1. A lot of room to the left side for Simpson if he wants to go to the off-field. The right-hander will set again. Osman. High leg kick and the pitch. Called strike 2. It just clipped the lower outside corner. Simpson doesn't like it, but it did nip the corner. So it's 1-2, and the Biscuits are down to their final out. The lead by Arenamo. Osmond looks in for the sign. The crowd on its feet. Here's the set. And now a quick move over to first, and they got him, and the game is over. They picked him off. With the count 1-2, Arenamo thought for sure that Bryce would go to the plate. Instead, he got a pickoff, and he was caught leaning. And Osmond had him dead to rights. Bartolero with the tag, and Rocket City wins it on a pickoff. And in the ninth for the Biscuits, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. Osmond will get the 2-inning save as he allows no hits, no runs. He does walk one, and he strikes out no one. Rocket City a winner 3-2, and they are now within 2 games of first place Knoxville. And right now they are tied for second with Chattanooga, depending on the outcome of the Lookouts Smokies game that is going on right now. Chris Harris will meet with a winning Trash Panda here in just a moment. You'll be able to hear that interview on the stream and on television. For those of you on radio, we'll go to break here in just a moment. But for Montgomery, they'll finish with 2 runs on only 2 hits, no errors. They'll leave 2 on base. And for Rocket City, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They will leave 3. Carlos Espinoza will get the win in relief to move to 2-1. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, a walk, and no strikeouts. And the loss to Chris Clark, he will fall to 2-2. 2 innings, a hit, a run. It was earned, no walks, and 2 Ks. For those of you on radio, we'll be back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda broadcast.
All right, thanks, Ben. Down here with Caleb Bartolero. Big, sorry, I said it quickly that time. Caleb Bartolero, who had that big double. You set up the go-ahead run there in the 7th inning. Talk about that at bat, your second hit of the ball game.
Yeah, I just try to keep it simple and play for the guys. You know, they've welcomed me with open arms here, so I'm just trying to have fun and compete up there.
You score on the sacrifice fly, and I guess in the olden days of baseball, it hits you in the back on the way coming home, but you score the winning run there.
Yeah, it actually smoked my elbow. I'm going to have to go see the trainer after that one. It's feeling a little sore.
This was your first day playing here at Toyota Field. What's your impression?
Oh, I love it. The field's awesome. The fans are great. Atmosphere was awesome. Just can't wait to get back out here tomorrow night.
Now, of course, you're a former Troy Trojan. Your Troy Trojans were eliminated today in the College World Series, but what a great run for those guys.
Yeah, I mean, at least they made it, right? You know, go Trogies.
All right. Caleb Bartolero, he had 2 hits today, part of a big day. 2 wins for the Trash Pandas, now 2 games out of first place. 5 to go, big week here at Toyota Field. Back to you guys.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. And for those of you on Way More Television, have a wonderful night. Rocket City, again, winner 3-2. Be back here tomorrow for Game 2 of this series between the Trash Pandas and Biscuits. 6:30 airtime, 6:35 first pitch. For Daniel Williams and for Chris Harris and for everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey reminding you again of tonight's final score on this winning night. Rocket City 3, Montgomery 2. So long, everyone. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live. Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, and the news is so good here this evening. Rocket City has suddenly won 4 games in a row. They sweep a quasi doubleheader today over Montgomery. They win a suspended game over the Biscuits in game 1, 4-1, and then they take the regularly scheduled game against the Biscuits by the final of 3-2. And with that, Rocket City runs its record to 33-30 overall. They are, as we speak right now, they are a game and a half behind Knoxville for first place in the Southern League standings. Actually, check that. They're 2 games behind Knoxville, and they're a half game behind Chattanooga for second place. As we speak, the Lookouts lead the Smokies by the score of 5-3. If that score holds up, the Trash Pandas would remain a half game behind Chattanooga for second place in the standings, but they would only be, I want to make sure I get this right, they would only be 2 games behind check that. They would be, trying to get this right, folks, I'm sorry. They would be a game and a half behind Knoxville for first place in those Southern League standings. So it's still a lot on the line. Rocket City has played their way back into contention here as, again, they win game 1 4-1 and they take game 2 3-2. Meanwhile, for the Biscuits, they have fallen on hard times. They've now lost 7 in a row. When you include the suspended game, they are now 32-32 on the year. Suddenly, they're a game and a half behind first place Biloxi in the Southern League standings with only 5 games left to play. Meanwhile, they are now also a half game behind Pensacola for second place. So let's go ahead and take you through a recap of this game 2. It was actually the Biscuits getting out to an early lead in the first inning against Nate Sneed, as Sneed gave up a leadoff solo home run to Emilian Petre, the former second-round pick out of Canada. For Petrie, it was his first home run and his first RBI at the AA level, and it gave the Biscuits a 1-0 lead. But for Nate Sneed, that was as bad as it got. He was flat out tremendous tonight. It was the only hit and the only run he would allow. In fact, he would allow only one more base runner the rest of the way. That was Kenny Piper, who drew a 2-out walk in the 5th inning. He was left stranded there. Other than that home run, Sneed was just dominant. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he did not figure in the decision, but he went a long, long way in leading Rocket City to a win this evening. Meanwhile, for the Biscuits, they went with TJ Nichols tonight. It's been a rough year for Nichols. There's no question about that. ERA over 8 entering play today. But he got off to a solid start, 2 scoreless innings to get things underway. But Rocket City would start to get to him in the 3rd inning. J.J. DeRazio led off the inning with a single after Elijah Dunham struck out. Mac McCroskey came through with a resounding double into left center field, moving J.J. DeRazio to 3rd. And that put runners at 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out. One thing Rocket City has done so well in this first half is do the little things. It's not always about the home run or the bases clearing double. Sometimes it's just moving a runner along or getting a guy in from 3rd with less than 2 outs on either a sac fly or a ground out. That happened again here tonight. Runners 2nd and 3rd, only 1 away, infield playing back. Nick Rodriguez didn't try to do anything special, just served it along the ground to second base, got a ground out to 2nd, and in from 3rd was J.J. DeRazio, RBI number 27 for Nick Rodriguez, and that tied the ball game up at 1 apiece, while Mac McCroskey went to 3rd. Runner at 3rd with 2 out. Trash Pandas needed a big 2-out hit, and it was Rowdy Rodriguez who came through. He fought off pitch after pitch against T.J. Nichols, who was right on him. Finally got an offering to handle and sailed it down the left field line for an RBI double, scoring McCroskey from 3rd, and that gave the Trash Pandas a 2-1 lead. Things would stay that way until the 7th inning, when the Biscuits would come back and tie the game against a struggling Carlos Espinoza. Espinoza just could not locate his slider. He led off the inning by walking Jader Arenamo. Arenamo would then steal 2nd. After Xavier Isaac popped up to 2nd, Will Simpson came through with a single. That moved Arenamo to 3rd, and then Simpson promptly from there would steal 2nd base. So runners 2nd and 3rd, only 1 out. Matt Horvath stood in and darn near gave the Biscuits a lead with a deep drive into left field that was caught at the base of the wall by the left fielder Anthony Skull. Tagging up at 3rd and scoring easily from 3rd was Arenamo. Tagging at 2nd and moving to 3rd was Will Simpson. The RBI for Horvath was his 22nd, and that tied the ball game up at 2 apiece. From there, Kenny Piper stood in against Espinoza and laced a line drive that was caught by the 3rd baseman, Cole Fontenelle. If he hits it a foot either way to Fontenelle's right or left, it's through for a base hit, and the Biscuits have the lead, but he hit it right at Cole, who was able to make the play, and that ended the inning. And despite the struggles of Espinoza, it was only a 2-2 ball game entering the 7th inning stretch. The Rocket City Trash Pandas would come back, though, and take the lead for good in the bottom half of the inning. Caleb Bartolero, playing in his first game, his first full game that is, at Toyota Field, he would rope a double down the right field line to start the 7th inning. A sacrifice bunt. We talk about the little things, right? A sacrifice bunt by Anthony Skull to the pitcher's mound allowed Bartolero to take 3rd. And with a runner at 3rd and 1 away, it was J.J. DeRazio coming through with a deep fly out in the left field. Tagging at 3rd and scoring was Bartolero. It may not be the sexiest, but a sac fly to left is what gives Rocket City the lead. You take that with an RBI ground out earlier in the game. That accounted for 2 of Rocket City's 3 runs. That sac fly to left by DeRazio was his 14th RBI of the year, and Rocket City led it 3-2. From that point forward, it was Bryce Osmond who came in and shut the door. He tossed a 1-2-3 eighth inning. Then in the ninth, he got a ground out from Braden Taylor. He would issue a walk to Hader Arenamo. Runner at first, one away. He would get Xavier Isaac to pop up to third for out number 2.